So it's the week before Christmas. And if you guys were looking forward to an immigration-free Christmas, let me tell you guys, Immigration Canada has striked again. Now, what am I talking about? More changes to an already robust, ever-changing immigration system here in Canada. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, welcome to the Anderson's family. If you guys are a returning subscriber, returning viewer, welcome back to another video. As we get into it guys, please be sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. It really helps out the channel, really helps out the video. Smash a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about these changes. Of course, all of these things are totally free and it only takes a second. So while I was going through the internet yesterday, I saw a number of changes that was made to the immigration space again. All of which I'm going to share at the end of this video in its entirety for you guys to hear from the horse's mouth. In this case is the Immigration Minister, the Honorable Mark Miller. Now we're going to be talking about some of the changes and what it means for the average person. The average person who's in Canada or thinking of coming to Canada. How will this affect you? On this channel, we share immigration content from our own perspective. We're not immigration lawyer, consultant, or affiliate. All we are is just persons who have been through the processes, and we share our experiences for persons who want to learn. We also share our own personal life journey through vlogs, family content, and we share our community, which is Grand Prairie, Alberta. So if you guys are interested in this content, stick around. Now let's dissect the three main changes that was made in the announcement by the Honorable Immigration Minister Mark Miller. Now let's start with the biggest one, in my opinion. This is the biggest one. And that one is, as of now, there will be no more flag polling. Now, flag polling is a process of going through the border and then coming back through the border immediately to change your status, usually. So, Canada is surrounded by land. One of those land is the US. So, a lot of persons used to usually go to the Canada-US border. They go over into the US side, and then if they don't have a visa or whatever, or they just tell the person on that side that, hey, we're here to flagpole, then they just deny them entry and then they just come back around to the Canadian side. When they get to the Canadian side, a lot of persons use that as an opportunity to change their status, to get their work permits and many other documents. It's a it's a well-known process. Whilst it's not illegal to flagpole, it was usually recommended not to flagpole because it takes up a lot of resources at the border, a lot of time and energy, so forth and so on. Now, a lot of persons do it because the processing time becomes non-existent. The only processing time is really to make it to the border. And in opposed to doing it online when you are at the mercy of the processing time, which can take weeks to months. So a lot of persons try to shortcut the process by going through the border. So that's what flagpoling is. Now, what the immigration minister is saying is that the flagpoling will no longer be a thing, and every person who is applying for a work permit, study permit, whatever document, visitor's record, whatever, it has to be done online. It has to be done online. You can't flagpole anymore. That's done, gone, no more, right? So that's that's a very big deal because I know so many persons who flagpole to get their document. I didn't personally flagpole. I know so many persons who flagpole to get their documents, and they would if things are as what it is gonna be now, they would not have been able to do that. So it's really and truly a big deal for persons who know what flagpole was and how beneficial it was to a lot of persons. So if it is that you're in Canada and you had it on your agenda to flagpole tomorrow or next week or next year, start gathering up your documents to just submit online because that's your only option right now. Flagpoling is no longer a thing that can be done. Okay, now let's talk about the second change, right? The second change is LMIA points that you usually get for having a job offer underneath the LMIA stream. You're no longer going to be allotted any points. So it makes no sense for you to pay for that LMIA job anymore because you're not going to get any additional points if it is that you have an LMIA job. And usually that would be very beneficial for persons who wanted to apply underneath the express entry stream, predominantly because the more points you got is the more likely it was for you to get selected from the pool. But now what happened is, or what's been happening is, a lot of persons have been selling them LMIA jobs, and a lot of persons has been buying it, and it kind of put a lot of strain on the system in the sense that LMIA is no longer a credible way that you can migrate right now, because it's been infiltrated by scammers and persons who just want to make a quick buck. So you see, penny wise, pound foolish. So all the persons who are selling it and all the persons who are buying it, you guys are to be blamed, because right now LMIA is almost a thing of the past, because this is just a step towards that direction, right? So what they're saying is that they identified, that they realized that the LMIA system has become corrupted, for lack of a better term. They acknowledge that the LMIA system has become corrupted, and this is just one of the steps that they're taking to kind of create some form of credibility back around the system, right? So that the persons who actually need it will get it, and not persons who are just willing to pay for it, and persons who would potentially stop selling it. So that is also a big change, but is it as big as the flagpolling? I wouldn't say it's as big as that, but it's also a big change in the space of immigrating to Canada. A lot of persons use the LMIA route, getting a job offer, ultimately getting PR and stuff like that. But with that attraction being taken away, how many persons are going to be doing those LMIA jobs, which is usually low skilled, low wage, oftentimes. So now that is a thing of the past in terms of the points. Now, this potentially could be another big change as well. If it is that you are a scammer, you should be worried right now if you come into Canada on a false pretense, if you use fraudulent documents, anything of the sort. This goes predominantly for you. But if you are someone who came legitimately, then this doesn't affect you, in my own opinion. And what am I talking about? Now, Canada has now, which I thought this was a thing already, but apparently not. Canada is now able to revoke your visa and your work permit and your study permit and all of those things if it is found that you did some form of fraudulent things, or if it is that you are from a batch and then it's identified that that batch got their visas through false pretense or through fraudulent means, then all of them visas is just gonna be revoked or cancelled. And guess what? Even if you have submitted your application already, and it's not yet been decided on, and then it's identified that you are a part of a group or a bunch of persons who's identified, even if you yourself is not necessarily fully a part of it, but if you're a part of that group and then it's identified that that group was a part of some fraudulent things, visa automatically denied, cancel, revoked, whatever you want to say. And as I said, I'm really surprised that that wasn't something that was already in effect. So this for me wasn't necessarily a significant news, because I was more shocked that this wasn't already the case, and then this is something that is gonna be just now something that is gonna be looked into, right? So on the many changes of Canadian immigration right now in 2024 heading into 2025 looks a lot different than what it looked in 2020, 2021, 2019, 2018. Just because they're trying to protect the integrity of the system, right? Let me know what you guys think about these changes in the comment section, guys. I'm gonna share the video at the end of this video, so you can hear directly from the Honorable Minister what was said. Share your thoughts right down in the comment section if you agree, if you disagree, if it's gonna impact you, if you know anybody who's gonna be impacted. And of course, before you leave, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please. Hit that subscribe button, share this video as well, so that persons can know what's going on, keep up to date with what's going on in the immigration space. Like this video and share your thoughts in the comment section. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
First is to put an end to an irritant with the U.S., which is a practice known as flag polling. People that leave Canada with no intention to go back, no intention to spend any time in the U.S., but then immediately go back in to get quicker processing at the border, where they would have to wait in Canada. Flag polling uses up valuable resources on both sides of the border, slows border traffic, and prevents officers on both sides of the border from focusing on more critical tasks. When this change comes into effect, temporary residents already in Canada will have to apply online to extend their stay. and flag polling will no longer be an option. We're proposing to give Canada more control over its immigration documents as well, so we respond to exceptional events in ways that protect Canada and our public resources. So we'll be introducing legislative amendments that will allow us to change, suspend, or cancel immigration documents, including visas, as well as to suspend or cancel applications in our inventory when it's deemed to be in the public interest, for example, in cases of mass fraud. Finally, of interest to this, and people that follow this issue, we're implementing further measures that will reinforce program integrity and reduce potential LMIA fraud, such as removing additional points that candidates receive under express entry for having a job offer. This measure is expected to remove the incentive for candidates to purchase an LMIA, resulting in increased fairness and integrity in the express entry system and taking some of the value of the fraud already being perpetrated in the LMIA system.